Mr. William Crawshay.
Can I just ask a question? Why aren't you all hard at work? Are you on strike? Want more money?
On night shift.
Yeah, night shift.
Really? I don't believe it. Let me see your hands. Nah, you don't work for me. If you work for me, your hands will be covered in blisters. I do apologise then if you aren't my workers. I have so many, it's hard to keep track, you understand. I was given a lend of this thing to keep me warm up, but I don't know whether it's Mr. Lambert who gave it to me or Mr. Butler. Very nice chap, whoever he was. I do apologise, you've also caught me out without my best hat. I'm only expecting company, I do want my better one. I did not introduce myself. I am William Crawshay II of that name, named after my father. You've heard of my father? And have you heard of me? Oh, you have? Oh, that's nice to know. Seeing as I employ so many of you, so it's nice to know what people know. Yes, I own the ironworks here at cyfarthfa. It is, people have said it is the biggest ironworks in the world at the moment, and it's our duty for us to produce iron. Now you all know how iron is made, I take it. You don't?
True.
But something they taught everybody. Well, iron, of course, it is made out of iron ore, which is what you need to begin with, and coal, which we have in abundance, limestone, which we have up at the Gurners Quarry, not far away, and of course, we need lots and lots of water, as much water as we can get, in fact. You see, when the ironworks was first built, my grandfather employed a man called Watkin George, and Watkin George built a water wheel. It was 50 foot in diameter, this water wheel was, and it shipped 25 tons of water a minute, so that's an awful lot of water. So the water the ironworks gets now is from my lake. Did you see my lake, by the way? It cost me enough. The water comes from my lake, and the lake gets its water from the Tafvechan leat, which is a canal, which is diverted from the Tafvechan, and the canal then brings that water, or the leat brings that water into the lake, and from there it goes across the Pontacavnai, the Bridge across, into my waterworks. And also my lake gets its water from these balance ponds. Do you know what balance ponds are for? The clue's in the name, really. Indeed. When water levels on the lake go down and it leaves no water, then we can actually open up the sluice gates. You see the sluice gates there on each of the ponds, and that then takes all the water down to the lake. Of course, the water from here comes from the Bryn Caiowen pond, which is a little bit further up, and that gets its water from streams and rivers up in that part of Merthyr called Gurners, and comes into that pond. It comes into the Bryn Caiowen pond from there to here. When this pond fills up, it fills that one fills that one, and so on. And of course, the overflow goes down to the lake, the sluice gates are open. Would you like to have a quick look at the sluice gates? Try not to fall in, by the way. It's overflow capacity in this pond, so now it's actually overflowing into this one, and this will do the same. You see, it's the capacity of that one there, but the third pond isn't full yet, that's still filling up. As you see, these ponds do hold quite a lot of water, but they are ideally placed as well. There's two reasons why these ponds are ideally placed. Somewhere where I can see all of you. You all seem to be kind of hiding behind each other. Now, I did mention that these ponds are ideally located for two reasons. The first reason, of course, is it's not far from here to the hothouses, just over yonder, and our own private greenhouse, and we can divert some of the water off for greenhouses, because you see we grow fruits there that need quite a lot of water. Grapes, for a start. Never let your grapes go dry. That is a secret to good grapes. Also we have peaches, lemons, and of course, now I know you're going to be impressed when I say this, pineapples. Yes, I did say pineapples. Are you impressed? Well, it should be. You see, people have been trying to grow pineapples in this country for years with varying degrees of success. The first in Britain to produce pineapples, we are indeed the first place in Wales to produce pineapples. In fact, I cut a pineapple, it was New Providence kind. It weighed some £12 and 15 ounces. I know, that's a lot of fruit. Although my gardener reckons we can get much bigger fruits. So, fingers crossed, that's what I say. Now, pineapples are called the king of fruits. Indeed, they have a link with a king. King Charles II, maybe some of you know, was actually painted as one of his official portraits receiving a pineapple as a gift. And ever since then, people have wanted to have a pineapple for the feasts, you see. Any hostess who's worth her salt will have a pineapple on the table. It's a status symbol, it's a status symbol. And they look fantastic as well. It's like the old medieval system of having food. It wasn't just food, but it was a display. In the old times they had swans stuffed and peacocks with their feathers all on show. But now, of course, they would have a cornucopia, and they have. It's a great bowl with all fruit in it, and on top, find a place, a pineapple. But the thing is, pineapples are very expensive. So if you throw in a party or a feast and you want a pineapple and you can't afford it, how are you going to get a pineapple? Yes, but if you haven't got the facilities that we have, you can't go around stealing pineapples, and there's always one. Maybe more around here. But no, what they would do, pineapple vendors would actually rent you a pineapple. They would loan you a pineapple for the feast, you'd buy it, well, pay the rental on it, put it in pride place, then give it back after the feast. Just hope that none of you guests decide to tack in. Otherwise you won't get the money back. It's because you see, it's a very nice one. Have anybody ever tasted pineapple? You have?
I never have. You think that's too much?
There's some very strange people around here. Well, I don't know whether to believe you or not. I think they might have been drinking. But you see, if you do get a chance to try a pineapple, please do so, because they are very delicious and well named the king of fruits. Of course, we have ideal facilities here to grow in, and we have a hothouse. And we've adapted some old technology. Have you ever heard of hypercross systems with the old Roman baths with the underfloor heating? That's what we've got. A small little furnace which blows hot air through pipes. These pipes then have iron plates laid on top of them, and then the sandstone, the flagstones on top of them, and that means the heat comes up through the ground. And it doesn't take much heat to make all the differences. And of course, we do need it for our hothouses. But I did say there's two reasons why these are ideally placed. Now, who has a pond in a garden? Or who has ever had a pond in a garden? And did it freeze over during the winter? Well, so did these, and it is, that actually is a blessing, because when these ponds freeze over, we can take the ice, we will cut it, we will stack it, and we will place it into our ice house, which is up in the woolstol. Now, ice houses are very useful things indeed, you see. And you have to stack them well, mind, with ice, snow and straw, so there's hardly any surface area. You have to pack that ice house as much as you can. And an ice house, if it's well packed, will last you from winter to winter. The bigger ones, of course, can last anything up to 18 months, they reckon. And you remember our old friend Charles II? Well, he had one put in St James's Park in 1660, and he astounded visitors when he gave them drinks in the middle of high summer which were chilled with ice. And people were so astonished by this that one man, William Waller, I think his name was, Edmund Waller, he was forced to write a poem dedicated to King Charles II's ice house. It wasn't a brilliant poem. I have read it, I've read better. But then, you see, he was a poet, but also a politician. And I always say politicians should leave the poetry to the poets, if only the poets will leave the politics to the politicians. I think it would be a better way to treat it. Well, I see we were getting very, very wet, so I think it's time that we actually press on, and we shall, if you would like to lead away,
Yeah, we go this way.
Mr. Ranger, I think you know this.
It wouldn't be safe. But in the future, if anybody wants to come along, if they contact me at the Woodland Centre,
Right.
if it's like maybe 2 or 3 people at a time, I can take you up and show you the remains of the ice house,
All right.
and then show you how we're hopefully going to recreate it. But it's not really ideal situations at present, and with the amount of people, because it's quite a big drop. It's about a 12-foot drop into the actual ice house. So, but if you'd like to come along, just give me a call, and I'll take you out. It's only up there, but I wouldn't recommend you go up scouring about, because obviously the ground needs to be checked out first.
So I suggest if you do come, bring your own ladder. Get 8 shillings. Bargain. No? That's 8 shillings. So I'm sure your family would jump at the chance of getting you off to work 78 hours a week. No?
It's a job for you. It's a job for you, no?
It's not punching my tree.
Why is it a punching tree?
It's very, very soft. It's really, really soft. And the children always called it the punching tree in the school. They would come out and then we'd punch the tree. It's actually a giant sequoia. But
Lindsay, you're the 20,505th person to hit that tree. And almost all of them went to the class of school.
believe it or not, in the photo you've got in your pack, which was taken probably in about 1860, that tree's not there.
How old is it?
It's not as old as people think. This is probably only about 80 to 90 years old. They grow really quickly. They grow really quickly, and then they slow down. But that could grow up to another 80 feet. And that's something we don't want. There used to be another one here apparently, but it fell over. Giant redwood, yeah. Giant square.
Go and punch it, go on. Give it a whack. Watch your knuckles.
I've always known it was a punchy tree.
Sequoia, a redwood.
Better from this side. Now,
I also
this
thought
house,
it's a pity they hadn't put
sorry, this house cost me, well, I did instruct the architect, Robert Luger, not to exceed £30,000. And he didn't, but he went right up to the mark. It cost me exactly £30,000. I've had a bit of an argument with my father about this. Now, the motto of the Crawshays is perseverance, but it should be quarrelsomeness, because it was a quarrel that forced my grandfather, you know what my grandfather, I take it, Richard? It forced Richard to leave Normanton in Yorkshire and to go forth to London. He had an argument with his father, you see, and then he left Yorkshire and he went to London, and there he became, he rose up through the ranks, if you like, in exporting iron, and became a partner with Anthony Bacon, and that is how he ended up here. Now, the Crawshay Works were originally founded by Bacon and Brownrigg, but my grandfather, when he came here, took over Brownrigg's share, and it wasn't long before he built up the great empire that you see today. He did this by 3 things. 1, it was technology. 2, it was the use of transport, and 3, it was sheer determination. You see, the technology he used, it was the puddling process, Henry Court's puddling process, but that was useless without the refining process that we use as well. So it's puddling and fining, and that brought about the great iron that we produce today. It's from cast iron to wrought iron and bar iron. So it was the best quality iron. And it was that iron that we used in the cannons and the cannonades on the ships, the Admiralty ships. And maybe you know, or maybe you don't know, but Nelson himself came here in 1802, I believe it was. Did you know that Nelson came here? Admiral Nelson? Indeed. I was 14 at the time, and he came here, and my grandfather was very excited by it, always very excited. And when the workers were a little bit slow in showing the appreciation of this great hero, he said, "This is Nelson, cheer you beggars," and all of them clapped, because they did what my grandfather told them to do. Lots of people did what my grandfather told them to do. You wouldn't argue with them. Well, except my father. No, as I say, it was, there were some places, mind, that didn't give Nelson a hero's welcome. I know in Carmarthen they snubbed him. They wouldn't allow him in Carmarthen because of the scandalous goings on. Because not only was Nelson here, but Lady Hamilton and her husband William Hamilton. And poor William Hamilton was on his last legs by the looks of him. He didn't last long after the visit either. But oh, it's a sad tale. I won't tell you it now because it is a sad tale what happened. But I'm sure you will go. I'm sure you'll find someone who tell you all about it later. Now then, as I said, so he built up the works from the humble ironworks to the great empire that you see today, as I've already said. And then when my father took over the works, he had an argument with my grandfather, and that is why my grandfather only left him a third of the shares, I think it was. But it wasn't long before my father managed to get all the shares back. Perseverance, you see, that's the motto. And then, of course, I've argued with him now about the cost of the castle. I can't wait to tell him that it may cost exactly the same. I will one day. He's in London at the moment, so I'm not really too worried about it. But I will leave the last words, if I may, with my architect, who designed this beautiful building. Now, these are his words, mind, not mine. And he wrote, Robert Luger wrote, "On the foreground, the terrace, park and river tap, beyond which the great ironworks become conspicuous. These at night offer truly magnificent scene, resembling the fabled pandemonium, but upon which the eye may gaze with pleasure, and the mind derive high satisfaction, knowing that several thousand persons are there, constantly employed and fed by that active spirit, perfect enterprise, and noble feeling of the highly respected owner." That's me. Well, I think that says it all, actually. Shall we go in?